So this video is for those people that are new to keto, that are considering it. Maybe you had a friend tell you a little bit about it, you're not sure about it, you're doing some research. This video is for you. Now, there are several reasons why you need to do the ketogenic diet. And one of the reasons is longevity. Anytime you do a diet, you have to think long-term, is this sustainable, okay? Most people go off diets because of the cravings. And one of the most powerful things about the ketogenic diet is it will get rid of your cravings. If you have no cravings, you'll be able to do it long-term. We live in an environment that is so tempting with the breads and pasta and cereal and crackers and biscuits and all these things. And if you're craving these things, forget it. You're not going to be able to stick to it. The next major point is, does it get results? Does it work? Yes, it does work, and it gets results in a big way because it corrects the very reason why you're overweight in the first place. People are overweight because they have too much insulin in the body, okay? And doctors never test this hormone. They're checking your blood sugars. If you were to get a fasting insulin test, you would find that this would be too high. Insulin is a fat-making hormone. In the presence of insulin, you can't burn fat. So what keto does is it finally corrects this hormone so you can get in fat burning, speed up the metabolism, and get rid of that stuck set point, which is that weight that you can't seem to get below no matter what. All right, next point. Is it actually safe? Maybe you've heard that ketogenic diet is a high-fat diet, right? And eating all the fat might clog your arteries and cause a heart attack. But the ketogenic diet is not a high-fat diet. What makes the ketogenic diet work is not the higher fats, it's the lowering of the carbohydrates. I'm not talking about vegetables, I'm talking about the sugars. There is a version called dirty keto, which pretty much you could eat whatever you want as long as you keep your carbs low. Now, let me just touch on that one point. When you lower your carbs, okay, your sugars, you lower insulin. You're normalizing insulin. The benefit of this alone is huge because it's going to strip off the fat from your liver. It's going to get rid of the visceral fat around the organs in your belly. It'll make your belly flat. It will decrease your inflammation. It's going to increase your oxygen levels. That's pretty wild. You're actually going to breathe better. When you keep your carbs low and you eat fat and you're burning fat, you're releasing less CO2 and you're actually having more oxygen in your body. People that consume more carbohydrates have more CO2, carbon dioxide, and less oxygen. So this is a really good plan just to increase your oxygen alone. It's going to increase your exercise performance. It will decrease something called free radicals, okay? This is like the oxidation of the body. Think about oxidation as rusting out a car, but you're rusting out the inside of your body. So diets that are high on carbohydrates literally rust the inside of your arteries, the brain, the eye, and the kidney. Keto lowers the free radicals that cause this damage in the body. Number 6, it improves brain cell function, cognition, focus, memory, concentration, as well as uplifting your mood. So as you can see, the benefits of keto alone are huge. But if we add the healthy version of keto, we take it to the next level. And what does that mean? Well, it's all about getting healthy to lose weight, not losing weight to get healthy. If you're trying to lose weight to eventually get healthy and you do it unhealthily, you may end up not looking very good, okay? You might look older. You've probably seen people who lost weight. They don't look good when they lose weight. Well, when you do the healthy version, you actually end up looking good as you lose weight because healthy implies providing all the nutrients. Healthy also implies doing it with higher quality ingredients, okay? Doing the healthy version of keto is really, really important for longevity and also keeping the weight off. These nutrients are vital with the repair process, with the recovery process, with building body tissue using quality material, food, and the nutrients which allow this material to turn into body tissue. Now, the next question is, will the food taste good? Realize that any food that you really, really desire that might not be healthy, you can do a keto version of it. Whether it's pizza, pasta, cake, cookies, you can do a keto-friendly version of that. So it's low carb, so you get the pleasure of the food just without the added sugar. And by the way, if you don't know this already, but keto stands for ketones. And ketones are the byproduct of fat burning. So if you want to lose weight, wouldn't it make sense to focus on fat burning? Well, this is what keto is all about. It's the best way to lose weight. Now, if you're not already convinced to do keto, let me explain this last slide with the problems with other diets. The reason why other diets don't work is they allow too many carbohydrates, and the carbs keep you from getting into fat burning. If we take the average blood sugar, which should be about 80, let's say 85, okay, on a fasting blood test, this amount of sugar really is 1 teaspoon of sugar per all of your blood. Did you realize an average person in the US consumes 31 teaspoons of sugar per day? This is why most people are pre-diabetics and diabetics. It's just way too many carbs. Another big problem with diets are their ingredients. They're just so unhealthy. Soy protein isolates, that's not a natural food. It creates a lot of damage on your liver, and soy is GMO, which means it has the chemical glyphosate. Dextrose is a synthetic sugar they put in a lot of diets. Same thing with maltodextrin, which is even worse than sugar. And then milk proteins. These cows are fed GMO grains like soy and corn. Cows are meant to consume grass. And then you have all the other hidden sugars in these diet shakes and these bars and things like that. The next problem with diets is they provide too many snacks between the meals, but they omit this very important additional thing that we always want to combine with keto, and that's intermittent fasting. So when you're doing intermittent fasting, all you're doing is you're just not eating so frequently. It works not because you're lowering the calories, but because you're lowering the frequency. And if you're not eating so frequent, some magical things happen with repair in the body, inflammation drops, your metabolism starts restoring, all sorts of magical things happen. And this is why we always want to combine intermittent fasting with the healthy keto plan. Next point is proteins. A lot of diets are high in protein with the added sugar, which is very, very deadly. Anytime you add sugar with protein, you create sticky blood. The name for that is called glycation. So it's kind of a combination of sugar with a protein molecule that starts plugging up the cells, the lens of the eye, causing cataracts, can cause diabetes, Alzheimer's, creates a lot of problems in the body. The same thing happens when you combine sugar with fat. The cool thing about the ketogenic diet is that you're doing higher amounts of healthy fat, but without the sugar, so you don't get the side effects. All right, last 2 points. When you do a low-fat diet, it's not sustainable. First of all, you're depriving fat-soluble vitamins, number 1. But number 2, it's not going to allow you to do intermittent fasting because you're going to be hungry all the time. The same thing with a low-calorie diet. You deprive the nutrients that you need, and also it makes it almost impossible to do intermittent fasting. So the healthy version of keto with intermittent fasting is your best option. I put a link down below of exactly what to eat and how to do this step by step. Enjoy. Hey, if you're liking this content, please subscribe now, and I will actually keep you updated on future videos.